with the answers. Thank you for playing with me. Okay, Audrey's team, go for it. We got Matt there saying, hey, could you please shout out my niece and nephew for their birthday, Twin Magic. Well, shout out to your niece and nephew. I'm glad they came through. Or do they play the game? I hope so. All right, how many we got left? We got 3 more or 4 more. We got Randy who says, hey, JD, could you shout me out? I am a Detroit first responder. Hey, Randy, shout out to you. Thank you for your service. John is in the chat saying, yo, JD, could you shout out my boy Joe? It's his birthday and he loves you on Laser World. Oh, appreciate you. That's cool. That's an animated series I do. Cool. And also, last but not least, we got Monica who says, can a girl get a shout out? Been playing the game forever. Monica, shout out to you, sincerely from me, JD. And with that, everyone, let's get ready to confetti. Here's your first question. Who is the host of The Voice? Gus Weekly, Harold Yearly, or Carson Daly? Now, if any of you are playing for the first time, you might be thinking, is this first question always this, are the first questions always this easy? Huh? Look, I'll be honest. I just saw this question, and I just thought to myself, this one is one of the harder ones we've had in a while. Seriously. Whew. All right, now, if you said Gus Weekly or Harold Yearly, my chair is not turning around to see what you look like, because the correct answer is Carson Daly. Carson Daly. And that question was your daily gimme. All right, although, you know we don't really ramp up too quickly. For instance, take a look at the next one, question number 2. According to the popular saying, what is the best medicine? Apple cider vinegar and yoga, leeches 3 times a day, or laughter? Now, you know, speaking of The Voice, going back to this real quick, I read that Blake Shelton recently tried to convince a singer to join his team by telling her that his cat recently died. And as it turns out, Blake doesn't even have a cat. Sorry, I just, you know, I feel like I should have said something about The Voice during the last question, and now I'm a question behind. Don't worry about it. All right, so, leeches. 3 times a day? Yeah, that was the ticket for almost any ailment back in medieval times. But it was never a popular saying. And if you enjoy apple cider vinegar, I'd take it after yoga. Yeah, you know, not before or during. I mean, no one wants a downward dog next to them. Yeah, excuse me. No one wants to downward dog next to someone with the stench of vinegar on them. Do be you. All right, yeah, that's wrong on so many levels, but laughter is the correct answer. Yes, laughter is the best medicine. Come on.
Yeah, right. You know what you should do? Go to the pharmacist, say, hey, I'm here to pick up some laughter. It's the best medicine. Never gets a laugh. Never. Come on, guy.
Good one, dollar bill. Yeah, okay. Who I now realize is not Newberg. No. Okay, hey, where we at? We got, 20,096 players who are 2 for 2. And next up, we got a video. All right, here's some advice, everybody. Picking out a baby elephant is just like picking a puppy. Never take one of the playful ones. They wind up being aggressive and chew up all of your shoes. All right, you ready to keep it going? Well, let's get to it with question number 3. What part of an elephant's anatomy is also known as proboscis? Tail, tusk, or trunk? Now, if any of you have seen the new Dumbo movie, let me know in the chat if you liked it, because I know that the typical elephant poops as much as 1 ton a week. And I'm wondering how Tim Burton handled that in the movie. I'm really curious. Now, just like Barbra Streisand and Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Ooh, elephants just wouldn't be the same without their signature proboscis. And I'm pretty sure that Owen and Barbara don't have a tail or tusks, which means trunk. Trunk is the correct answer. Okay, look, technically on humans, they're called noses, but celebrity tie-ins make everything more interesting. That's why we do them. All right, nice. We got, let's see, 13,256 players have sniffed out the right answers through the first 3. You're doing it. Now let's see what senses you need for the next question.
Oh, word?
Yes, a word indeed, because it's time to ask you about a word. Let's see what it is with question number 4. A main ingredient in many deli items is schmaltz, which is a Yiddish-derived word for what? Brisket, chicken fat, or cream cheese. Now, you know, it takes a lot of chutzpah to think you can win confetti. And typically, we use chutzpah as a compliment in English, but in Yiddish, it indicates extreme insolence. So I want to apologize to all our Yiddish-speaking players for being disrespectful. Yeah. Now, if you wanted to say brisket in Yiddish, then you'd say gedempte Fleisch. So brisket is the wrong answer. But if you want cream cheese on your bagel, you can ask for schmear. But if your waiter brings you a jar of schmaltz, then you're getting chicken fat. Chicken fat, everyone. That is the correct answer. And oi, gewollt, that was a tricky question. I mean, it helps to have a phlegmy cold when you speak in Yiddish. All right, so mazel tov to the 8,231 players who are still in the game for 5Gs. Okay, well, next up is question number 5. On what island was Nicki Minaj born? Trinidad, Tobago, or Manhattan? Now, Nicki performed with Ariana Grande at Coachella last weekend, but the sound failed on them. And oh man, that is bad news. I mean, I hope they still got paid. Huh? Oh, they did? Really? Handsomely? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't feel bad anymore. So, Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad and Tobago. But was she born in Trinidad or Tobago? Or were we just trying to trick you? Well, Nicki grew up in the Bronx after her mother moved there from St. James on the island of Trinidad. Trinidad, which is the correct answer. Yes, it wasn't a trick question after all. Great. All right, now, after that Nicki question, we have got 6,298 players who still have a chance at winning. And in case you missed it at the beginning of the show, we're playing a special Easter game tomorrow night for $20,000. So come play or die. As in D-Y-E, like eggs, you know, dying eggs, changing them color. Never mind. Now, let's keep it going with question number 6. How long does it actually take for the Earth to make exactly one rotation on its axis? Less than 24 hours, more than 24 hours, or exactly 24 hours? Now, you might think that you're standing still right now, right? But you're not. Because depending on where you are, the Earth might be twirling around at 1,000 miles per hour. And that totally explains why I get sick on the teacup ride. Oh, my shame is erased. Oh, now, we posted a confetti clue in the official fan group last night, and it was all about this question. It said, you could win some pay if you know it's under a day. Because to make one rotation, it takes the Earth less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours. That is the correct answer. Yes, one full rotation takes about 4 minutes less than 24 hours. And it's called a sidereal day. Yeah, there you go. And we have got 4,489 players who are spinning toward a chunk of cash through 6 questions. Hey, don't hurl, because it's time for
Sports!
Man, you know, I've got 5 Newberg doppelgangers behind me, and now I'm looking at 2 Curtises. This is weird. So confusing. Okay, let's ask you about sports. Question number 7. In 1967, what company designed the famous Super Bowl trophy? Waterford, Cartier, or Tiffany & Company? You know what? Hey, Chad, I'm assuming your favorite football team is the Buccaneers, right?
Why? Why would you assume that?
Never mind. Just maybe look in the mirror every now and again, because then you'll figure it out. So, the sterling silver Vince Lombardi trophy was designed in 1967 by a guy from Switzerland who knew nothing about football. And his name was Oscar Riedener. And he was the design chief at Tiffany & Company. Tiffany & Company, which is the correct answer, everyone.
Ooh, fancy.
There we go. All right, and there are, 3,523 players who are just 3 questions away from holding the figurative confetti trophy for a perfect game. Let's see if you can literally get the next one, all right? Here we go, question number 8. The youngest Best Actress Oscar nominee ever went on to play the female lead in what movie? Annie, Silence of the Lambs, or The Bad News Bears? Now, the oldest person to win an Oscar is Christopher Plummer at age 82. And he's also the oldest to be nominated at the age of 88. And clearly, he didn't plan well for retirement if he still has to work into his late 80s. Hey, Chris, it's never too late. It's never too late to start a 401k, man. Go for it. Now, Silence of the Lambs star Jodie Foster got her first Oscar nomination for Taxi Driver when she was only 14 years old. But that's old compared to Quvenzhané Wallis. You know Quvenzhané Wallis? Yes, who was just 9 years old when she was nominated for Beasts of the Southern Wild. Tatum O'Neal was in Bad News Bears after she won an Oscar for Paper Moon at just 10 years old, which means Quvenzhané is the youngest, and in 2014, she went on to star in Annie. Annie, everybody, which is the correct answer. Now look, if you got that wrong, remember that tomorrow is only a day away. All right, but party foul time!
Oh, damn!
We had a lot of people who thought it was different. Silence of the Lambs is up there. We got 4,000 people who thought it was that. Ho, ho, ho! It's okay, though. Hey, share those answers with your friends, your family, those that are still in the chat or on your teams that we were talking about earlier when we were in the chat, and maybe a free life saved you. I hope so. But we've got 834 players who are just 2 questions away from some of Daddy's Warbucks. And that is way too many Annie puns. I apologize, all right? Well, here we go. Question number 9. Of these U.S. gold coins, which did the U.S. Mint begin creating most recently? American Eagle, American Buffalo, or Double Eagle? Now, a thief just stole about $1,000 in coins from a laundromat in New Jersey, and police are on the lookout for a man whose pants are falling down because he has 50 pounds of quarters in his pockets. I hope they get him. All right, now look, the Double Eagle coin was made from 1849 to 1933, and that's the oldest and the wrong answer. The American Eagle was first released in 1986 and is still in circulation. Was the American Buffalo released more recently? Well, it came out in 2006, so American Buffalo is the correct answer. Yes, and if you get one, you know, maybe try using it at a convenience store and watch the cashier's head explode, because they're not used to seeing that. All right, and we got 365 players who have exploded all the way to the last question, worth $5,000. And hey, Keith, why do you look so nervous, Keith?
I'm not nervous. I should have never come out here. It's even hotter than my cubicle. What are these lights? Or is that the sun like 15 feet from my head?
It's just hold tight. Just hold tight, Keith. All right, we'll tell you off in just a minute. All right, everyone, here it is. It's time for your final question. Final question time. Here it is. The oldest person to win a Nobel Prize in literature wrote which book? A House for Mr. Biswas, Too Much Happiness, or The Golden Notebook? Now, the youngest Nobel Prize winner was heroic Malala Yousafzai at the age of 17. And if you get all 10 questions right tonight, will that rival her accomplishments? No, it won't. I'm sorry, not even close. I mean, come on. Come on. So, the oldest person to be awarded the Nobel Prize for literature was 88 years old in 2007. So, obviously it was Christopher Plummer, right? No, it was Doris Lessing. And she didn't write A House for Mr. Biswas, so that's wrong. And you're not going to experience much happiness if you chose too much happiness. The Golden Notebook! That's the correct answer. Yes, did you get that one right, huh? Did you nail all 10 questions? If you did, enjoy a round of applause from all the Newberg doppelgangers.
Sports!
All right, so how many winners did we have tonight, huh? We had, 196 total winners. Answered all 10 correctly, and you're taking home $25.52 apiece. Good job, everybody. Hey, you did it. And thank you so much for playing Confetti. We had a great time, and I hope everyone who played tonight did too. Let's shout out some of these